Yo, what's up? It's Nate. I know it's been a minute, but I've been really in tune with my family. And let's get into this. This is my client. He literally get a cut once a year, and he's fully grown in and ready for his cut. Going in as usual with some witch hazel, and this helps condition the hair, cleans the hair, tones the skin. Just a lot of benefits of using this. As you can see, he's tender-headed, and you just want to be watchful. You don't want to torture your client. And so I, took it in mind that, he was tender-headed and got through it the best I can without hurting him. And, you just use that witch hazel to get through that hair very well, man. So many benefits. You don't always have the luxury of, maybe your client washing their hair before they come in or them wanting you to wash it. So that witch hazel really comes in handy. He usually gets a bald fade, but he said he want to undercut. He going to get the top braided. So what we're going to do is we're pulling out the cordless, I use both. Cordless and Andis Masters, and we have our 3 guard on. I didn't open it. Usually I open it, just to get through the hair better. And but the power, and I just felt like, I can go ahead and keep it closed and just get through it and get it to the point where I wanted it. So it's definitely bigger than a guard. It's a 1 step up size than what his sides are going to be. So that's what you want to do. Go up a guard to easily tear down that bulk and then put it to the desired length that you or your client feel is best, and both agreed on. As you're taking down this bulk, it's just like when you're picking the client's hair out. You just want to be attentive to how the hair is going through the blade. If you start to flick up and you feel a pull, you want to come back down. As you can see, I'm just pushing up to where it's cutting and then I'm coming back down. But when I feel like that hair is ready to come off, I go ahead and, give it a swipe all the way through. I follow all the way through with it. But for the most part, cutting down that bulk, I don't want to snag my client's hair and could pull it out, if I pull hard enough. So you just want to be careful, man. You want to take care of your client with just, with that TLC, tender love and care. We're going to speed through this. It's the same thing all the way around, so just take your time. Going in with that undercut, so we're going to go ahead and get this hair out the way. And he has just enough to put into, a little bob at the top. And we're going to take our time and we're going to separate it. We're going to use the ends of our comb to make sure that part is straight all the way around. And we're going to clip it off. Clip it off just to get it out the way so it won't get accidentally cut when I'm going around and, putting in the undercut. And, man, those clips, they get caught up by my magnetic guards all the time. So I think I'm going to order some plastic clips. They got some nice ones out. Man, I still use my clips from when I was in barber school, man. Just old school, man. I keep everything. And every now and then I'll do a little, inventory. I'll throw out things. I'll give it away. And so, yeah, that's why I still got those metal barber clips. But taking our time right here, that's what barbering is. You're taking your time. You're really trying to give every cut your best and not in a pushy way. You don't want to be in a hurry, but to take your time and to look at every detail is what barbering is about. You want to make your money, but at the end of the day, man, leaving people satisfied. Just being very in tune with your craft and looking at what you can do better each time, communicating with your clients. If it is any problems, that's you fix that and you come back, and the next time around you do it better. And like I said, he get it cut once a year, and I go back and I look at his haircut. I do remember, even though it's like once a year. Now that we got everything pinned up, everything out the way, we got our cordless. I be want to say corded because I still use my corded ones. As you can see, look, the magnet sticking to the hair clip. We're going to go down with a 1 anyways. We're going to go down with a 1 guard. And a 1 is going to keep a person dark. with the grain. If you want to keep them dark going against the grain, you put a 1 on and you open it up. So I could have went either way with that, but I wanted to get as close as I can to the part and go ahead and cleaning up the whole area, even though I'm going to ball that part because he's going with a ball, kind of like a drop fade, but not too much, man. This client is, you don't have to get too fancy because of the head shape and what complements him. And so we're not going to go with a hard drop, just a soft drop. Because he can go without a drop, because of his head shape. And so I just do things to complement my client's head shape. Going in with my gold Babyliss FXs, and it don't have the FX blade on it. It has the regular original blade on it. And I'm going in straight at it. People call it a hard line. And I usually don't do it like this. When I'm videoing, even when I'm not videoing, I don't want to do it like this anymore. I want to go back to doing it with my trimmers, my Andis Masters, and then coming back and cleaning it up. Because we don't want to, definitely for training purposes, we don't want to, and for me just wanting the fade to be right. If you put in a hard line, even if you get it out, it can come back grow back a few days later, and you can see the difference between where you put that ball line in and where it's faded at. So I'm going to start going back in with my Andis Masters all the way closed. We have our blade crack right here. So pay very close attention. This is the most important part of the fade itself. I have my blade crack, and on the Andis Masters, it's the first 2 notches. It'll show 2 notches. And we're going to go up, depending on how much fade you got to work with, determines the height of the fade. And so right here, it's really like close to a high fade, but it's like right up under. So I would call it like a high, almost mid fade. So we don't have a whole lot of room to work with. So we're going to go up like 1/2 inch. And then just because we have the darkness up top, we're going to go ahead and close it, and we're going to work that line out. We're going to work it out right now because the darkness of the top up there, it just reflects. You can see what you're getting out better, other than compared to putting in all your guidelines and then going at working it out. It's just a better way to, it's like a trick to get more details in. Now that we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and open it all the way up. Now this is one guideline. I look at this as one guideline. This is the first half of your fade, the bottom half. And I'm gonna go up another 1/2 inch, which makes a whole inch for the first half. We're gonna break this thing down, and as you're working with your lever open on the first half of your guidelines, you want to set in graceful guidelines. You don't want to put in hard guidelines. And so that's just being gentle with your wrist, placing it on the scalp. And as you're going up, go ahead and start using that flicking motion. And that's going to help you gracefully go into the second half of your fade. But before we go into the second half, we're going to close it again. We're going to work the bottom of the fade of the first half, and we're going to crack it as we go up. And you want to use your corners. You want to go ahead and, while it's contrasting, it's dark up top and it's light right there, you want to go ahead and use that to your advantage and go ahead and knock those dark spots out and just blend it, make it look real nice. Take your time, use your mirrors, and, just, use that wrist control. As you can see, I'm using my corners a lot. Going from left to right, I'm moving that lever up and down, and you just want to be smooth and take your time, brush, comb, just making sure your canvas is clean. And man, just you should be in your zone right now. You should be really locked in, tuned in. Man, my client, he watching a movie right now, and just have things like that to make sure that your clients is comfortable too. Okay, we starting off. We have our one guard on, closed, and I'm going up 1.5 inches. This is the second half. This is second half of the fade. We're in second half right now. And going up 1.5 inches. I'm not going all the way up until where I parted, but I'm going up 1.5 inches. I'm taking my time. And sometimes, you know, people hair, it's not gonna be full. It's not gonna be ideal. But you want to use your imagination. Even if you don't, if it's not full, you want to go ahead and continue to follow your guidelines. I just opened up. So when I opened it up, like I said earlier, if you open it up and go against the grain, you can keep it dark as well. I want to keep it dark right there at the parietal ridge. That's what they call it. The parietal ridge is basically from, it's a big word for me to use, but you know, it's from where the top of the head is about to drop down to the side of the head. That's what it is. So I'm using my comb to even, you know, press down to get right there, to get it even so it won't look blotchy. It won't, one part looks dark, one part looks light. And you just want to use your comb to separate the stuff that you're not trying to hit. It just, you know, helps you to stay in your lane. That's all that you're doing. And we're fine. We've found our zero guard. That's what we have on now. So that zero guard is going to, I love the zero guard because it brings it all together. It's like the ultimate detailing guard. It brings everything together, and man, it's just a beautiful thing. You know, once you get to this step, that's what I call it. Let's find your zero guard. After you don't went through your first half, after you don't went through the second half of your fade, find your zero guard. Go ahead and hit that center area, blend that all together, and then you can open it up and you can just fine tune. You can go in for your details then. And it's a beautiful thing, man. We're all artists, man, and you have to stay in the artist mindset. You know, that's when you hear people say, man, you know, it's bigger than money. It's more than money. That's what it is, man. You're creating a service, you know what I mean? And you have to be in tune, man. You have to find something more. That's what it's all about. And finding this zero guard, you know, it brings it all together. So that's what you're working for as you're going through the first and the second half of your fade. You know that zero guard coming up, and you know you about to kill it. And this is, I almost feel the same way about the zero guard as I feel about with no guard. Because once I go through all my steps, I can also throw off that zero guard. I don't know which one I like the best. I think I like just regular this, you know, no guard on, open, just going in like I'm all over the fade. I'm in the first half of the fade. I'm in the bottom half of the fade, closing my lever, and just using my mirror to get those details in. And just like I said, man, people hair is not perfect. This is not like an ideal. I don't think anybody would you know, be just ecstatic to put this cut. Not saying there's nothing wrong with, you know, his cut, but, you know, some people have an ideal haircut that they're going for, and that they want to put out that, man, this going to do numbers. This is not one of those. That's not how I feel about any of my videos. My intentions is fully to, you know, walk y'all through, you know, step by step, give y'all the details, because you could easily tell somebody, hey, to put the one guard on, put the two guard on, but it's more than that. And man, I just want to take out the time to, hey, do this, man. I don't like speeding my stuff up. I want to give y'all all the details. But yeah, we're going in right here, and I asked him, did he want the with the undercut? A lot of people take out, you know, in the front, they want like how can I say it? They don't want like the natural line, or they don't want the braids all the way down to the lineup. They want a separation. And so what we're doing is, just like we parted around, we're parting around the front as well. And it don't take much. You don't have to, this is barely a ½ inch of hair. I'm just putting just a little bit forward, just a little bit forward. I'm holding the longer hair, as you can see. And then as I comb, the shorter hair that won't get caught in the braids falls forward. So that's how you handle that. And once you got everything laid down, you're just gonna take you're gonna take the Andis Masters, and you're gonna put the one guard on, and you're just gonna knock it down lightly. Knock it down lightly, as you can see me doing right here. Oh, and I don't have the one guard on. You can also do it like this too, with the Andis Masters. Open it all the way up, and tilt your clipper. It also acts as a one guard. So this is a one guard. My clippers are just tilted up, so you can do either one. You can put the one guard on and do it, and you can do it like that. So yeah, man, that's what I love about the Andis Masters. You know, they're just all purpose and just can be used in so many ways, you know, that other clippers can't. And we're starting on the lineup right here, and my method is the sloppy copy. We want to go in, we're not trying to get it perfect. We're just trying to get something, and we want to hit the farthest hairs to make a solid line as we can without getting too far in somebody's lineup. And we're hitting the vertical bars first, just tapping. We just want to get something. We want to see something. As we can see, that's what we got. And once we get something, we want to brush down, and we want to start in the center. You can go all the way to the left. You can go all the way to the right. Whichever one you want to do, or however you feel. And but you want to start in the middle and go all the way over, and then start in the middle again, and then go all the way over to the other side. And once you get something, you want to step back like I'm doing right now, and then you want to go in, and you want to begin to actually, you know, by I say inch, but inch is a lot. It's like less than a centimeter. You just want to tap. You just want to tap. You want to fix it little by little. And that's going to preserve the hairline as much as possible, because that sloppy copy, you're going to see, like, okay, it's leaning a little bit on the left. His hairline naturally leans. Or he has a little bit of, you know, receding or recession or light. Some people, it depends on the genetics. It varies, but with the sloppy copy, you can't lose. But one thing you don't want to do is go into somebody's lighter areas or anything like that. You just want to stay consistent with that, and you won't push anybody back. And if you are having a problem or issue, if somebody said you push them back, just consult with talk with them. You know what I mean? Listen, and because hey, I'm still a student to this thing, man. I'm still learning every day. I still got clients, you know what I mean? They say, hey, you know, 1, 2, or 3, or this or that. And I'm analyzing every time, how can I give them a better cut? And that's how anybody get better. You know, you have to have an open ear to constructive criticism. And that's how you build your best clientele, by them honest clients, you know what I mean? But first, for them to be honest, you can't be a person who get offended, you know, because we're never perfect, man. But if we stay in that student posture, it's so much to learn. It's so much growth out here. Pulling out that blade, put my client's head in position, and you want to be light-handed, but you know you want to be firm at the same time. And that's what barbering is, I believe. It's funny how you got to put two of the opposite things together, but that's what you want to do with the blade, and just keeping that thing at a 45-degree angle, and understanding what type of skin you're dealing with, because not just hair texture change, but skin texture change as well. If you have to put some gel on a client's head, clear gel, to make that thing slide, or till you understand how to be consistent with that client's head, you got to do that. But just study it and take your time with it. 1, 2, 3 is my pattern. 1, 2, 3 with my blade technique, and I don't have to count no more. I automatically do it, so you can add that into your blade strokes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That pause does wonders for you. Got my walnut, and this wall detail is out, and man, I don't think I pull these clippers out, man. Sometimes, not on video though, but I don't know if it's my first time, but I like these clippers, man. The wall detail has been with me since I was in barber school, and I wanted to bring them to my arson, but hey, without the cord. And recently, we talk about being honest, man. I guess they must have the blade slid over. I had to reset my blade. That's another thing. Always keep a check on your blades. Make sure they, on point. And I use my detailers right here, man. They're very, very sharp. Without even placing a crazy zero gap on them. They just consistent. So I use those things. It's for exactly what they're named for, details. And that's what we're going in right now. We have our Andis Masters. And like I said, man, no guard needed right here. I'm just tilting my wrist, and I'm just moving smooth and just using my mirror to make sure that I'm hitting everything that's needed. That mirror gives you a different perspective on the cut. And you can also pull out your phone, because that phone don't lie. If you're just trying to get super details, man, pull out the phone, look at your cut through the phone, man. It's just like the mirror, but even better in my opinion, just to get that cut on point, man. And as you can see, the fade is coming on through. It's coming through, man. And I'm liking the way it look as I turn. That's how I talk to myself, and we're just gonna speed on through these details. And don't be afraid to compliment yourself, man. As you're cutting, compliment what you're doing, man. Say, man, that looks good. Man, that looks good. And keep on going for the details. Keep on going for the details. And this is what this is. It's a detail session right here. And before I let him loose, free him, I'm just making sure he on point. And as y'all can see, man, that's it. That's it, man. Until next time, we got a whole nother 300 and how long it's been? 340 days now until I can cut him again, until I can put him back in the game, because he only get a cut once a year. But I love it though, man. I love it, man. He consistent. We got him in there. As you can see, man, he got the tan lines, from the sun not hitting the areas when it was fully grown in. But he ready now, man. I think he done probably got his braids by now. I'm gonna hit him up and see what's going on. Maybe we can get him in before another year comes in. But hey, it's Nate, and I'm